Hey there, Nomads of Lore. I'm Jonathan.
And I'm Sean.
And together we are Mead and Mischief, your home away from no home. Today we're going to discuss the revelation that Egwene is a Taveren.
Before we jump in, this video is going to be spoiler filled for the show specifically, and even a tiny bit for the books. What we're going to be talking about with the books wouldn't read. So if you've only read like the first book, you're fine, or even read none of the books, you should be fine as far as that part is concerned. If you don't plan to read the books, because we're going to be discussing some things that are in the books. But anyway, the specific plot point we are going to be talking about, spoilers, is who is the Dragon Reborn. So if that is concerning to you, then it's time to click off. We'll see you once you're caught up. So let's jump in.
All right, so let's start off by talking about what the potential issue is in the show, between the show and the books. In the books, there are 3 Taveren. There is Mat, Perrin, and Rand. Mm-hmm. In the show, they have said there's 4, and the new addition is Egwene.
Right.
There are several things that the Taveren have as far as powers. The wheel kind of molds itself around these people, or events kind of happen around these Taveren people.
Right.
And so adding a 4th might break, might not break, whatever. So we're going to talk about that.
Yeah. So there are some pros and there are some cons to this change in the book. We'll get started with some of the pros. Our first pro is that this change is almost a moot point in a way, because she's kind of pretty much a Taveren anyway, the way she's written in the books. She's not a Taveren, right? But you could make a strong argument that the way her arc goes and her storyline goes, that a lot of things change around her, and a lot of things she affects the story in great ways.
Yep.
And so she effectively acts like a Taveren, even though she's not in name anyway.
Awesome. So our next pro is that it definitely could add to the mystery of what's going to happen in the future. Obviously, there's a way that we think that it should go because of the books, but this is a television series. It's a new turning of the wheel, if you will.
Sure.
And so there are things that could change, and this could give them some a little bit of leeway with the plot to add things circling around Egwene.
Yeah. Sure. Absolutely. So our third pro here is that early on, it kind of adds to Egwene's status and her equality. I mean, and later on, of course, that doesn't matter because she gets that on her own without any help. And so it kind of adds to, she's on equal footing with all of these people.
All right, so now let's talk about some cons. And let's make a note that these are things that may or may not happen, may or may not be issues. First off, there's a possibility that this could be a just change for change's sake, and that would be not necessarily a great thing, because they might be trying to shoehorn in the fact that, or try to shoehorn in, women's empowerment into this and the reason that would be an issue is not that is an issue, but that she is such a great, strong female lead to begin with. There's no need for her to be Taveren, anything more than what she already is, because her character's so amazing as is.
Yeah.
What else is that?
So obviously this is a con. This is kind of a dumb con in a way, because it's like a you problem, if it is a con, and that is that this was a risk, because this is obviously a potential turnoff and potential frustration for book readers. Of course, a lot of book readers would get frustrated. Well, I don't know about a lot, but the book readers that might have a problem with it are probably the same book readers that are just going to have a problem with any changes. And at this point are probably not watching the show anymore because of the number of changes. But yeah, so that's a potential thing that is a con. It's a dumb con, but but for completeness sake, yeah.
Number 3 con that we wanted to talk about is the possibility that they're making her the dragon. That could definitely be a big issue. Because,
This one is a con if it happens that way.
Obviously. Yeah. It's a potential because we don't know. They haven't said. They've definitely.
We don't think this is the route they're going, by the way.
Yeah, and we hope that they're not.
Right.
And I really don't think that this is the route. Based on several things in the show, I really think they're going to keep the integrity because they've been so good at really caring about the readers and showing specific things that they did not have to add in the show at all, but were catered strictly to us as readers. And so I really don't think they're going to do that. Who knows? But this would definitely be a potential issue because there's so much that would have to change.
Sure.
Yeah.
So what do we think about this change overall?
Well, mostly in our opinion that we think this is going to be a positive change. We think this could open up a lot of possibilities as long as they obviously don't work in those cons. There's a lot of things that they could do utilizing her, and it could be an awesome add to the story. Obviously,
there's potential.
Yeah, exactly. Obviously, it's not the story, it's not the books, and it's a different turning of the wheel or a different whatever
whatever justification.
Whatever you want. But we all knew there was going to be changes. There has to be changes, and so this I definitely could see this as being good.
Yeah, this overall has potential to be positive as long as they don't do this. As long as they don't do some stupid, really world-shattering thing and make Egwene the dragon and I guess Rand the Amerlin or something. I don't know. Then as long as they don't go that route, this is great. This is fine. At the very lowest, this is fine. And and in some ways, this could be really great. Yeah. So what do y'all think about this change and other changes? And what else do you want us to talk about as far as Wheel of Time is concerned?
Well, Nomads, if you liked this content, we hope that you definitely like, comment, subscribe, all the things. And we'll see you on the flip side.
Bye-bye.
Bye.